Powered by Riverside FM.
All right, please help me welcome our special guest. He is a diehard Browns fan that lives across the pond. He started the first ever International Browns podcast. He also runs Kicking Off on YouTube, and he is a London foodie and food blogger. All the way from the UK, Paul Brown! Paul, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm very good. It's the start of the Cleveland Browns week in London.
It is. And I'm not going to lie, we're a little nervous about it. We hope it goes well. But first of all...
Why are you nervous?
Why are we nervous?
We're 1-3, Paul.
We're playing Wentz this weekend. Don't worry, chill.
That's true. You give me hope. But before we get into some of the Browns questions, I have to ask: Are you the real Paul Brown? The Paul Brown?
I think I've got a wallet here somewhere. Yeah, I haven't got a wallet on me, but yeah, my name is really Paul Brown. Yeah, so.
Nice. I didn't know, but you're a different Paul Brown. You're not like the Paul Brown that started the Browns, right?
No, I'm a little bit younger, but not
okay. Yeah.
But I do wear a fedora hat, a bit like Paul Brown used to wear. So, yeah,
very nice.
And so, how does somebody living over in London? How do you become a Cleveland Browns fan?
First of all, there is about 1,000 to 2,000 Cleveland Browns fans in London or the UK. And, we get given NFL on TV on our cable service. So it's quite a fast-growing sport over here. I've been a fan for the last 10 years.
Nice.
I was over in Cleveland in 2016, where bizarrely my brother bought a Bernard Doodle from an Amish family.
Mm-hmm.
So I went down to Mansfield into Amish country, bought the dog, then drove it through Cleveland, and then flew it back to London. But I've been wearing Cleveland Browns gears for about 25 years, not even knowing what the team was, just because my name's Paul Brown. I don't want to wear a Raiders, hat. I wanted to wear a Browns hat. So yeah, so.
Nice.
That's awesome.
And you mentioned Mansfield. We actually, I got my black lab about 11 years ago. I got my black lab from a farm in Amish country down in Mansfield.
A lot of puppies in that area.
Yeah.
So, no, and so I guess that begs the follow-up question. Why do you stay a Browns fan?
Okay, this is a good point, actually. And I may offend some American listeners here.
That's okay. That's what we're here for. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think you're going to upset the British culture thing later on anyway. But so basically, when you're British, you're loyal till you die. So in America, you may have two teams you support. Never in England. You only have one team. If they get relegated, they go down, you still support that team just as hard. Kind of like being a Browns fan is, I've never been a Glory fan. I'm supporting the Cleveland Browns after the 0-16 season. Yes, very easy to change teams, but no. Cleveland's in my heart. Cleveland's in my blood. I'm 100% Cleveland Browns fan.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Just from the little that I know about, like how you guys watch your football over there. I said football,
soccer.
No, that makes sense. I feel like I might be more in that line because people ask me all the time, "Don't you have another team that you kind of pay attention to?" I'm like, no. Why would you pay attention to another team? So, with that being said, what do you think about this year's team? And is there anything that you'd like to change moving forward, especially since we're at kind of a critical juncture with the team this season?
Well, we've just signed a tackle.
Yes. Yep.
Or traded a tackle. Yeah, he seems like a 6th round.
Yeah, we
jumper now.
Swapped
I think he was drafted late 2nd round, right? I think, or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, Cam Robinson from the Texans is who we picked up. Swapped late round picks for him.
Yeah, so who knows, hey? Yeah, I think looking at the Cleveland Browns at the moment, our running back room looks great. Our defensive line looks great. Our linebackers look good. Our 2 starting cornerbacks look great. Maybe we lack a bit of depth there. Our safeties look great. So, yeah, I think on the defense side, probably wouldn't change a lot. On the offense, Well, O-line, we've got no one, if I'm correct, rejoining the Browns next year. So I think the whole, maybe D. Jones maybe, but otherwise, yeah, Jack Conklin, what's going on with him and his injury? Is it 2-3 games now in a row?
Yep. I don't think he's played yet, has he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, so I think definitely O-line. A lot of people are going for the wide receiver coach at the moment. Like, why can't he get that wide receiver room right? Yes, we've got a great wide receiver one, but then the depth once game falls off. But yeah, I don't know. Tight end room looks great, except for Fanny should have catched a few balls yesterday, I think.
Yep. And you mentioned the receivers. Obviously, Jerry Jeudy's having his drop problems right now too. So,
yeah, I think. Look, I don't know. Look at the quarterback. I think the Cleveland Browns' number one priority is getting the quarterback right. And now we're seeing a big deficit in the O-line just because we've gambled on Deshaun Watson. We've missed out on 3 first years of first-round picks. Is that correct? 3 years, I think we missed?
Yeah. We have to update our board here, too, now because we've now gone 0 days without mentioning Deshaun Watson.
Sorry.
It's okay. We try to mention him as little as possible. To be fair, it was only at 1 day before. So,
and yesterday you didn't speak to each other. So
yeah, it just happens to come up. So there's a lot that needs to be done with the quarterback room. Do you have a preference if they turn to the rookies here soon? Which one do you want to go with?
Yeah. Look, question for you first, and then I'll answer the question. Do you think Joe Flacco is going to start in London?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so too. Number 2 is obviously going to be Gabriel. And yeah, look at yesterday. Yesterday I was thinking to myself, okay, we have lost to the Lions. This is the game where we bring Saunders in. Like, you say you're an NFL first-round quarterback, go and do it today and shock us. That, I know he wasn't active, but that's what I kind of like to have seen yesterday. Keep Gabriel in Cornwall, keep him safe. But in that game yesterday, you got a 5th-round rookie, chuck him out there, and I think he could swim, but, he could also sink as well. We saw him in that last preseason game where he didn't play too well. But the first game, he owned it. He stood up well, and I thought there's some real high ceiling in this guy.
Yeah. To your point, I mean, it's an interesting concept. Is like you get some of these, especially some of these blowout games, because unfortunately, I think we might have a few more. If you throw Sanders out there, then you're right. He might sink, he might swim, but at least you start getting some of these questions answered, right?
Yeah. I don't follow college football that well, but like everyone's saying Manning next year, Browns get Manning, but I don't think he's doing too well. Is that correct?
That's correct. He's not only not doing too well, he's doing really poorly.
I would say he's been underwhelming. I think if you look statistically, I think
he's bounced back against lesser teams these last couple weeks.
He's thrown 9 touchdowns to 3 picks this year and a little shy of 1,000 yards. So it's early in the season, so we'll see what the rest of the year looks like. But certainly he's been underwhelming, and obviously he played Ohio State in week 1, and that did not go well for him at all. So, and that's the most NFL-ready defense he's going to see all season long.
Yeah, so look, I don't know what the solution is. People are saying go for trade for Cousins. It just seems like doom and gloom. And then, sorry, mate, you can change this to days, to hours, or to minutes. Deshaun Watson is potentially coming back in a few days' time, in next month, in October. Yep. So I think the Cleveland Browns know this. And even though the owners have said, look, we're sorry. They've actually said we're sorry for it. Mm-hmm. But they're still going to roll the dice again, I think, with Deshaun Watson.
You think so? I'm the more the season goes on and the reluctance to go to the rookies, I'm actually starting to agree with everybody that we are going to see Deshaun Watson again.
I fear that we will see him play again this year.
What were your views when we signed him, honestly?
My views were if you think that's what gets you over the hump, then I understand the move. But I was cautiously optimistic. But with all his baggage and everything else he brought along with it, I think everybody was apprehensive.
Well, I would say I was
he was totally against
the move because I thought you had a pretty good quarterback sitting here already that you could win games with. But we know how that worked out.
Yeah, I'm a Baker fan still now, but you know when we signed Deshaun Watson, I thought to myself, okay, we've got a potential top 10 quarterback here coming to the Browns. Park the politics. I thought, you know, this guy can go out and win some games. But yeah, well, he had a great game against the Ravens, if I remember correctly.
Great half,
yeah.
But yeah, I think there's still some stuff in the locker. I think that he can be good, but let's just see. But yeah, we've got 5 quarterbacks on this roster. Four that we can talk about now. Yeah, all 4 of them could start any game, really, couldn't they? To be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that kind of sums it up. It's a mess right now, and we're just gotta try and get through it and get through the season. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're excited still for the season. We love the season. We love watching the Browns, even when they're not very good at football. Which is usually, but we still love watching them. I mean, like you said, we're all diehard fans. We want them to obviously bounce back and do well. So let's just we'll have to see how it plays out through the season.
But look, and we've got in front of us some easier games now.
Yes,
Vikings without their starting quarterback. Steelers are looking better than we thought they were, but who knows against the Steelers?
Yep.
The Dolphins, Patriots. Okay, I think they got a win yesterday, a comfortable win yesterday. But then we got the Jets. You know, they're games we can win, and then we got maybe I don't know. Lamar Jackson. I heard he got an injury last night, but then we got Lamar Jackson, the Ravens. We've got the Raiders, 49ers, Titans, Bears. You know, you start believing that could be a good season when we look at them fixtures.
Do you have the schedule on your wall, Paul, or is that all from memory?
No, I have it behind me. That's fine. Yeah.
I was like, damn, he's
just running them off.
Chat GBT's working overtime here.
Yeah. So, you know, with that, question for you, just you've seen more and more football obviously being played in Europe with the NFL kind of doing their overseas games. Do you foresee in the near future a team coming to Europe?
It's a big question. It could happen. I think the NFL, you can see, is getting really global now. Mm-hmm. I think next year, game in Australia. So they're really trying to globalize the NFL. The thing that, once again, Americans don't understand about the British is they think they bring the Jacksonville Jaguars over to London. They think they're going to sell out a stadium with Jaguar fans. And me as a NFL fan, I'm going to support the Jags and drop the Browns. That's not happening in a million years. And most NFL teams who've got UK fans will just stay with the fan base they support for whatever reason. So NFL are having a bit of a shock at the moment because they haven't sold out the game in London. They haven't sold the game out here in London for the Vikings. They haven't sold the Jets game, the Broncos, I think it is. I don't think the Steelers Dublin game also sold out. So they've put their prices up really high this year. And having a little bit of a negative effect. So you may see some empty seats in the stadium where 3 years ago, the stadium would sell out within an hour.
Wow. I haven't personally traveled internationally like that. I mean, do you think that's a reasonable toll to put on the players to have to, if there was a team in London, to have to go back and forth to get through an NFL season?
There's so many questions about this, like how are they going to get taxed because they're spending so much time in the UK? You know, are you going to play 2 games in back-to-back home games in the UK, and then you're going to do 2 games on the road? You know, like. It's It could happen. I think what they would do, listening to Roger Goodell, is maybe try and get 4 teams over and start like a division over here, and then like fly over and back in between and try and get it going like that, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting. It would at least keep them over there for a little bit of time.
Well, and they did have like
stretches.
that NFL Europe. I mean, way back, probably in the early 2000s.
Yeah. So Joe Thomas was coaching in Munich last year, in the Europe League. You've also got your Canadian League above you in America.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it'll definitely be interesting to see how they expand, and they kind of keep talking about it, and it's almost like inevitable at this point. It's just like you said, there's a lot of questions. How do they make it work? And you answered my follow up to that: is would you stay a Browns fan or jump ship? And
yeah,
absolutely stay a Browns fan.
Yeah, I think that's the problem with the American culture. They think, okay, we're going to franchise you a team with a load of Brits. Us Brits are just not going to change teams. To give you an idea, when you go to watch Jets versus Broncos, it's a unique experience because you'll see 20% Jets fans and 20% Bronco fans, then a sea of every other jersey in the NFL. So, yeah, you're going to... It's... I don't think it's going to stay. And like the $1 million question is, when do you think they'll have a Super Bowl outside of the USA? Look, it'll never happen. But, maybe in 100 years they'll try and make it happen, Yeah.
And then, so next up here, I know we talked about it a little bit, but you have your own Browns podcast. I mentioned it in the opening. Can you tell us a little bit about your podcast?
Yeah, sure. We've been going since 2017. Me, a guy called Jack Duffin, who does a lot of the analytical stuff, and another guy called Ian Wright. Every Monday night, we just get on the podcast, have a chat. We don't really push it out anymore. We've got like a nice little following, and just good, just catching up. Sometimes I give a few little snippets about what I'm hearing in the Browns camp with friends and people, but otherwise just basically talking Cleveland Browns from an international view.
Nice. And then from there, you've actually become somewhat of a food blogger or critic online. How'd you make that transition?
Yeah, so I've always been into my food. I'm a little bit chubby.
Kenny knows.
Yeah.
It's a problem, Paul. It's a problem.
Yeah. But yeah, Wednesday night, I'm taking Joe Thomas out for a steak.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah, so we're going out for steak on Wednesday night, and then Thursday night I've got about 8 Cleveland Browns fans coming over for dinner, so I'm going to cook them a beef Wellington.
Nice.
And I've actually just had fish and chips. That's why I was late. Sorry. I just done a video telling all the Cleveland Browns fans where the best fish and chips are in central London. So
nice.
Doing a service out there. Beef Wellington, that's a hard one to nail. Is that something you make regularly over there?
I normally do it for New Year's Eve, but as the Cleveland Browns fans are coming, I'll do a little special one for them, yeah.
Nice.
Well, listen, Paul, to finish things up here, I got a list of about 10 questions that I just want to fire off to you randomly. Here's the deal. We know that us Americans are very obnoxious. We know nothing about your culture because we're pretty self-absorbed. With that in mind, I'm going to ask you these questions. If any of them offend you, I apologize ahead of time.
No, nothing offends me.
But I'm just going to throw these out here. You answer them as quickly as you can. Feel free to expand a little bit as we go, though. So number 1, Downton Abbey or Peaky Blinders?
Peaky Blinders.
Number 2, Kate or Pippa Middleton?
Pippa.
Number 3, how do you take your tea?
Do you know what? I don't drink tea, but if I was going to drink tea, I'd have it milky and sweet. So lots of sugar, lots of milk.
Okay. Number 4, the monarchy, yay or nay?
Yes.
Number 5, when is Tuesday? I don't see it on my calendar.
Is that see you next Tuesday?
I got you. Yeah. Number 6, most baffling American custom for you.
Most American. Thanksgiving.
It's my favorite holiday.
You have a Christmas meal a month before Christmas, and you don't have any presents.
That's why it's my favorite holiday.
There's no obligation to give anyone anything.
Yeah. Next up, number 7. How often do you say mate?
20 times a day.
8. Why is everything so cheeky?
We have the English culture is very cheeky. We can always be messing around. The more you like someone, the more fun you have with someone.
Okay. Number 9. Why is the AC over there so bad?
True fact. I've got a house that has no AC. We just we're not AC fans, you know. We just
No, you're fans. You like fans. Yeah.
We like fans. Yeah.
And then number 10. Is London really that rainy?
No, not really. It's a similar weather to Cleveland. Look out the window now. Classic London weather. It's grey, it's cloudy, but it's not always wet.
Yeah, it is pretty much Cleveland weather. And then bonus question, polo, is that a shirt or a sport?
Both.
Okay, fair enough. Do you have any questions you want to throw our way?
Okay, let's go Americans, yeah? Yeah, why, you have like a long holiday season, don't you? So you have like
whole end of the year.
Yeah, so we don't have that in England. We have a very small Halloween. Then we go into everything prepared for Christmas.
So you're asking why do we do that? The answer is pilgrims, the Thanksgiving.
I think the answer has now become the commercialization.
Yeah, it's all commercialized.
Consumer economy, because we can sell things for a longer period of time.
Exactly. And it has, just in the last probably 15 years, Halloween has blown up into this huge thing that it never used to be. Like, it was, people got into Halloween, but not like they do now. So
it's huge now.
Yeah, it is. It's basically mid-October through the end of the year.
Yep.
So
the World Cup's coming up in your country. How much are people talking about it?
I had no idea it was going to be
little to none. I was going to say not much.
Football, soccer. So next year, you've got the biggest ever World Cup, and it's coming to America. There used to be 32 teams, but it's been expanded to 48 national teams, which is a massive thing. And it's coming to America, and it's like a huge thing for us. But I believe in America, no one really cares about it. Is that right?
Pretty much.
There is a small. I wouldn't say. It's millions of people, but it's dwarfed by the populations of people that enjoy football, baseball, basketball.
Yeah, my wife. I know a little bit about this stuff. My wife grew up playing soccer, and she still follows along. Don't ask me who her team is. I have no idea. They're red and yellow. I know that. But she still follows along, and she's very excited for the World Cup. So, like, to Kenny's point, there's a few million people here that are very excited for it. But overall,
and I would say that it's growing in popularity now.
Yeah,
especially because of the concerns with like head injuries and things in football. We see a lot more parents now opting to have their kids start in youth soccer programs as opposed to youth football programs. So I think it's going to continue to grow here.
Yeah.
And what's your local football team, soccer team?
Here, Cleveland doesn't have one, but Columbus Crew.
Crew, yeah.
Do you ever go and watch any games or not bothered?
I haven't seen any games. That's it, but it's not because I don't want to. Like, I actually really do want to go see one of those games.
It's a pretty rowdy atmosphere, yeah.
Yeah, but it is. It is 2 hours away, so it's like not that that's all that far, but it's far enough to where it's like it takes a whole day to go watch a game. So. And we're diehard Browns and Buckeyes fans, so that stuff comes first. So,
and what about the Guardians? They're winning at the moment.
Hell yes,
yeah. We're looking forward to a playoff run here.
Yep. So biggest comeback ever in MLB history. So it's pretty cool.
And explain to me how that's going to work now in the next few days. Like, you've got games coming up soon with the Guardians, or?
I think
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Yeah. We got them tomorrow and Detroit again, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
So-
we'll host Detroit. So we'll see. Anything can happen in October baseball here. So
So what does that mean then? Is there like 5 games now or 7 games?
The first round is 5 games, I believe.
Correct.
So yeah, it's best of 5 to start. Hopefully it's done by the weekend.
Yep. Yeah.
So is there any risk that the Guardians will be playing this weekend or not? No.
Yes, there's some risk. I mean, in all honesty, they only beat Detroit for the division by a game, and it took.
Well, they kind of backed into it anyway.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is a possibility.
It'll be a
that they'll play
competitive
this weekend.
series. Yeah.
Last question for you guys. Cleveland, downtown, where's your favorite food spots?
Ooh.
So I actually just had my anniversary dinner at Red, the steakhouse downtown this weekend. That's really up there. They're one of the few places you can get certified Angus beef, and Marble Room is always spectacular. Spectacular venue, great food.
I didn't even
Can't beat Marble Room.
If you wouldn't have said it, I probably would have forgot about it, even though it's the best one up there. I'm going with Marble Room.
What about Fahrenheit with Rocco?
Fahrenheit's good. It's
You're not a fan?
Yeah, I mean, I could take it or leave it.
I mean, it's good. It's not. When I think of like the top restaurants, I'm usually thinking more like the top echelon, like fine dining, I guess.
Yeah. What about you?
When I'm in Cleveland, obviously, lunchtime I always get a Slyman's.
Good choice.
That's a good choice.
Good
Yeah.
choice.
And then I just like exploring Tremont or the Flats and just like new little spots here, there, and everywhere. So
There's a lot of good foodie spots in that area, good taco shops and things where you can get all kinds of good stuff for sure.
my favorite taco place in Cleveland is in Lakewood. There's a supermarket and they got some dodgy tacos.
What does that mean?
Sorry.
I'm just trying to educate all the Americans listening here. Seriously, what does that mean?
Dodgy means like 50-50. You probably may get food poisoning, you may not, but
Okay.
Those are the best
taste
kind.
good.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, you may be across the pond, and I don't know if anyone's ever made you an honorary Clevelander before, but I feel like you're definitely an honorary Clevelander. I don't have the ability to bestow that upon you. I can't knight you like you do over there, but I feel like the Burning River Sportscast at least bestows that upon you.
Yeah, absolutely. If nothing else, you're an honorary Burning River Sportscaster? I don't know what they call us.
We need to I'll get something British for you for the backdrop of the podcast. How about that?
That would be perfect.
Absolutely. That would be awesome. But no, Paul, thank you so much. I wish we could keep talking to you all day. This has been a blast so far, but we've already run basically twice as long as I said we were going to. So
Sorry.
no, you're good. It was a good conversation. We enjoyed every minute of it. And again, we hope to have you back on sometime soon.
Go Browns.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
I'm Paul Brown, and you're listening to the Burning River Sportscast. Come on, the Browns. Let's do this.